A long, long time ago, in the faraway land of Bo, there lived a man of none greater sense that people called the Laughing Prince. He was a tall and handsome lad who never seemed to be sad, and when he smiled along his path, even the grumpy man would laugh. One fine day in the land of Bo, the old king let his subjects know, "Today is the day a decree I will sing. It is now time to appoint a new king." His advisers warned his successor was right, if his heart was made of pure white light. The king asked, "And how will I know?" Then they whispered soft and low, "The right man knows where the rainbow goes. That is all that one knows." The Laughing Prince heard the decree. He laughed out loud with unrestrained glee. He laughed because he knew his goal, to be with loved ones, young and old. Then he laughed and broke into a song he just wrote. "I love my wife, kids, and family. That's all I need to be happy." That morning he woke up early to plow his field so pretty. As he prepared his horses, he hummed his new verses. "I love my wife, kids, and family. That's all I need to be happy." It made him laugh because he knew he could not sing. He had no clue. Much later on, just like a jester, he fed brown beans to his neighbor's horse, Lester. Proot! The horse tooted and plowed. The neighbor screamed, "Pew!" out loud. Seeing the prince in a fit of laughter, the neighbor's frown slowly grew softer. At the end of his work and play, he picked the best fruit of the day. One basket picked was a family chore. The other he placed by his neighbor's door. Though he loved a good practical joke, he truly was a considerate bloke. It was getting dark and his arms were tired, but when he climbed up his steps to retire, his chest filled with pride from his little children inside. "Papa, Papa," they screamed with joy as he entered the door with a brand new toy. He let out a laugh and fell to the floor. Then he hugged his wife, and the children cried, "More!" He knelt down beside them and sang his newest anthem. "I love my wife, kids, and family. That's all I need to be happy." Meanwhile, at the castle, the king grew weary. No prince had been able to answer his query. "Tell me what lies at the end of the rainbow," the king would ask with all his soul. One by one they bowed to the king, but every time they said the same thing. "I am the wisest man in my neighborhood. I have chased every rainbow that I could. Nothing lies at the end of the rainbow. The answer you seek no one can know." The next day came like any other day. The prince went to work in the very same way. The sun shone over the glorious valley. Everyone seemed to be happy. Suddenly a cloud swept up the hill and cast a shadow that brought a great chill. Lightning and thunder burst from the cloud. Rain poured down like a long, dark shroud. The castle shook with a thunderous sound. Not one, but 2 towers fell to the ground. The Laughing Prince plowed his field with zeal. He knew his family's needs were real. He was very scared and weary, but he sang his new little ditty. "I love my wife, kids, and family. That's all I need to be happy." Just as he sang the verse for his spouse, a lightning bolt struck his neighbor's house. In a flash he ran inside to free each person out into safety. Again he dashed into the flames. This was truly no time for games. As he looked for more people trapped inside, the house collapsed and everyone sighed. The king welcomed victims of the storm. People came far and wide to mourn. The king gave shelter to his people. He had forgotten about the rainbow. A stranger looking tired and weary came in from a long, hard journey. He broke from the crowd and shouted out loud, "I have seen the end of the rainbow!" The crowd was still for a while. Then the king said with a smile, "What is it you saw, my good man?" The stranger raised his hand. "I am a simple man." The stranger gasped and began, "I have no words for things no one knows, but I can show you where the rainbow goes." The next day the king and the stranger took the horses from the manger. They made their way through the countryside with only the rainbow as their guide. The stranger recounted a courageous story of the laughing prince who saved his family. After days through the forest, they came upon a princess. She was kneeling at the edge of a bay made of tears she cried every day. It covered the valley just like a hood where the neighbor's house and home once stood. The king knew he would finally know what lies at the end of the rainbow. It beamed up from the bay past the sun's beautiful ray. The king approached the beautiful princess. He was overcome by a strange quietness. He watched as her eyes stared at the rainbow. "What do you see?" said the king from below. She turned to the king and smiled. "I see my husband's heart so mild, lighting the sky for all to see." She pointed to each color eventually. "He wants us to smile. He wants us to give. He wants us to laugh. He wants us to live." The king knew his search was achieved. This is what he believed. What lies at the end of all rainbows is a pure white heart that lights all souls. Years have passed since that fateful day. If a rainbow appears in the sky today, the people of Bow stop for a while and remember to live, give, laugh, and smile. And sometimes, if they're listening, they can hear a tiny voice laughing. "I love my wife, kids, and family. That's all I need to be happy.